James Kennedy brought some comedic relief to the Vanderpump Rules Season 10 final when he savagely called Raquel out for scandal. James Kennedy used his wry sense of humor to his advantage during the Vanderpump Rules Season 10 final when he spoke to his ex-fiancée Raquel on the phone to call her out for her misbehavior. After tearfully talking about how betrayed he felt by Tom Sandoval during an interview segment, James, joined by his girlfriend Ally Luber, Katie Maloney, and Lala Kent, decided to take some of his anguish out on Raquel. When he found out his ex-fiancée was sleeping with a close friend behind Ariana Madix's back for 7 months, James felt that he was entitled to react as well, considering his own relationships with Tom and Raquel. As James made the call, Ally, Katie, and Lala seemed skeptical, but he was clear with his intentions on speaking to Raquel. He wanted to check in, but also wanted to make it clear that he didn't condone or support her behavior. As the two chatted, Raquel sounded distant and seemed uninterested in what James had to say. While the call wasn't the most mature choice, it was a much-needed moment of levity in an incredibly dark, raw episode of Vanderpump Rules. Though James was tough in his approach, he met Raquel with the truth and did so in a way that was hilarious, making light of something tremendously dark. James used the call with Raquel as a way to get some of his anger about the affair off his chest. While Tom and Raquel weren't necessarily directly hurting James by sleeping together, the fact that Tom had such little regard for their friendship to think it was okay to pursue his pretty recent ex-fiancée was hurtful. James felt slighted by both parties, but chose to call Raquel knowing he could get under her skin a bit. After asking some basic questions about how she was doing, James launched into his spiel, at one point commenting, "You're not the brightest chick. Come on now, let's not dilly-dally around this." James was clear he felt hurt by Tom more than Raquel before the call, but used it as his way to get his feelings out to Raquel rather than Tom. By choosing to call Raquel and let off a little steam, James knew he was doing a few things. First, he was going to make himself and the people around him laugh at the situation, causing a bit of chaos. Second, he was going to reaffirm the fact that Raquel felt very little remorse, perhaps taking some of the feeling off the table. If James heard Raquel wasn't sorry, he could feel a little less upset about the strong betrayal. While James isn't always the most mature in the way he handles situations, he's entertaining and knows exactly how to pander to a crowd. Though Ally clearly wanted him to end the call as soon as possible, allowing Katie and Lala to hear just how little remorse Raquel felt was eye-opening, and James being able to blow off some steam definitely helped him in the long run. With a bit of comedic relief during a dark Vanderpump Rules final, it was clear that James was one of the winners of the episode.